According to the internet, I need a strategy. We've all certainly heard the term strategic being used for job descriptions, titles of position. Being strategic should not be reserved for just executives. Everyone at every level could and should be strategic. At work, as a leader, in life, you need to have a strategy. With so many tools, information, resources available to basically everyone, the difference in success and just spinning your wheels is having a clear strategy. I'll break down the 4 steps to being a strategic leader. Hey, what's up? I'm Ian McLeod. Let's go.
Some nerd with a nerve, one word, one verb, no substance for this king. I ain't made it yet, so the chorus missing.
Most of your days are filled with tasks. Checking items off your to-do list, knocking out your deliverables. But it's so beneficial to invest time and effort into that big picture thinking. So the first step to being strategic is just carving out some time to allow yourself the space to have macro perspective. Being tactical is important to get stuff done, but it's challenging to think strategically if you're always in implementation or execution mode. Now, this seems simple enough, but I have seen many leaders get mentally trapped and bogged down with putting out fires and completing tasks. Even when leaders do set aside time for being strategic, they're often multitasking. Even worse is they're closed off mentally with this wall of just having too much work. Who's got time for that? Ain't nobody got time for that. You must prioritize being strategic. And I don't mean just in your calendar. I mean you have to mentally prioritize the importance of being strategic. If you don't value strategy, you will forever be just completing tasks and putting out fires. Harvard Business Review's description of being strategic is to create connections between ideas, plans, and people that others fail to see. When thinking and communicating strategically, you want to focus on solutions, not problems. You do want to invest some effort into uncovering and exploring the problem, but take the next step to develop the solution. Too often people will stop at, this is the problem. That's your problem right there. Once you understand the problem or the challenges, now, what's the outcome you want to achieve? Be reflective, think creatively and critically when exploring solutions. People often just jump at the first logical solution. Push past that. Take time to ask critical questions and don't be afraid to ask hard questions. Ask these questions of yourself and of others. Gathering feedback and ideas from others will not only provide insight and perspective, but also help to reaffirm your own ideas. What's even more beneficial to involving others in the process is gaining their buy-in. People are much more likely to implement a solution and embrace change when they feel like they were actually part of the solution. Understand how the resources you have access to fit together. This is where understanding strengths of yourself and your team is highly beneficial. Let our powers combine! Captain Planet. Truly consider what is possible. That's where you discover your solution. This most likely means there's uncertainty, but that leads to the next step, right? When exploring solutions to a problem, you have to make choices. Choices that may be tough and not be a sure thing. But it's not going to be perfect. Make choices, learn from mistakes, and move forward. What you don't want to do is get stuck and stand still. Go into this being flexible. You may not have success with everything. These are learning opportunities. All great ideas go through trial and error. This is just part of being strategic, and this is why you explore many solutions. If you make mistakes, help your team to discover what they've learned, what was successful, what they could have done better, and again, what is possible. This is where thinking about what is possible is so valuable. People are inspired and motivated by having purpose. Why am I doing this? Another day of knocking out that to-do list and completing tasks. You excited? That's not inspiring. Communicate outcomes you want to achieve or problems that you want to overcome. Again, with what is possible, think long-term planning for the future. North Star goals. That doesn't need to be only reserved for your company's mission or vision statement. Long-term goals for your department or your team are much more motivating to employees. This is leading with the why. Then you can move to the solutions, which is the how and the what. Help your team see how they fit into that strategy and the integral role that they're going to play. I hope this was helpful. I plan to follow this video with an example of creating strategy and an interview with a strategic leader.
Please subscribe and check out our other videos.